Welcome back to Outsider Reviews. My name is Pat, and today me and the boys are checking out the 2024 Kia Carnival EX Plus. Now, is this the family vehicle you've been looking for? Stay tuned and find out. Underneath this vehicle, we have a 3.5 liter V6 with an 8-speed transmission. It gives out 290 horsepower, 262 pounds-feet of torque, and it'll have a fuel economy of 12.1 liters in the city, 9 liters in the highway, and a combined 10.7 liters per 100 kilometers. In the US, you got 19 miles per gallon in the city and 26 miles per gallon on the highway. And now in the front, we have a very square looking vehicle in this Kia Carnival, which is what sets it apart, in my opinion, from all the other minivans. All the other minivans, they go for that rounded look, that more, I don't know, it's just a rounded look. This one can actually be mistaken sometimes by a boxy SUV if you look at it from the profile and such as the front as well. It's got this kind of black chrome going on in the front, all LEDs. Now these are the headlights right here, and we got LED lights all throughout. Over the side, you can see how big this vehicle is and how square looking it is, and I absolutely love that because it looks a little bit more like an SUV than it does like a minivan. Little note, this is not a minivan, this is an MPV, which sounds very aggressive, very military lingo. It's actually a multi-purpose vehicle. What's got it right here, you got some 19-inch alloy rims. I like the blacked out and the little bit of a metallic look. It looks very good. We do have body colored caps here, two tones. Keyless access. My kid loves using the button to just open the door like this. Big fan of that. And you can actually just close it with you press that button as well. And then you got your handy dandy fuel cap, tires the same size, 19-inch wheels, a little bit of a, I don't know, kind of like gives me like a 70s disco vibe here going on. You guys tell me in the comments if you're a fan of this little strip. I could go without. Out in the back of the Carnival, we have a full light bar and a tucked in wiper. We have the Carnival badge and power tailgate. Finish up in the back is this vehicle is not equipped with a tow hitch, but these vehicles are capable of towing 3,500 pounds. Overall capacity back here, very, very deep, 40 cubic feet. Now, if you were to put the seats down, it's 145 cubic feet, lots of space. Even just this alone, you got plenty of space. Put the seats down, the lanyards are actually labeled. So you have number 2, number 1. And then you get basically a fairly flat ground. Now let's go inside because I am sweating and it's too hot out here. Out here in the back seat, we have ample space. You can actually sit full-grown adults here and actually in the third row as well. As you can see in this video, I'm sitting in the third row. Got ample room. You have your own cup holders in the third row and you have your own USB charging points. Not to mention, there's a handy dandy sunshade in the back there and that tiny window as well. Now in the second row, the same thing repeats. We have a handy dandy sunshade. You can just hook it up down here. We have our own temperature controls up here. And in the seats, you have a little bit of a pocket here, a hook, and a USB charging port. We also have more cup holders back here. More power over here, and if you want to put this seat down, you have a flat surface to work with along with cup holders and cell phone holder slots as well. Now Kia seems to have thought about pretty much everything a family needs in these multi-purpose vehicle minivans, and you know what, I'm actually very impressed. Now I think that's the goal. If people are shopping around for either a 7-passenger SUV and they get attracted by this, because price-wise, this is very hard to beat. We're talking at a $43,000 vehicle and Canadian. Now, the Kia will actually start in US at $42,000 US, and can go all the way to $46,000 US dollars. In Canada, it starts at $39,000 and can go all the way to $56,000, which is by today's standard a very fair price, especially for the amount of features you're gonna get. Also, kids will love this. You can just press the button and I can move on out. Here we are inside the Carnival. Now, I'll start with the door. A little bit too much piano black. All this surface here, piano black, as well as where your door commands are. You got the usual door commands that you'll find in every other car. However, down below, there's actually not enough room for a cup holder. Not a big deal because this car does come with a significant amount of cup holders. Over to the steering wheel, you have all your steering functions from the voice activated command, volume, so on, and lane changing assist. I do like these buttons. You just press them and you get feedback and everything gets engaged properly. As far as turn signal stock and high beam stocks, no change there. And windshield wiper stock, pretty much standard across the board. What isn't standard across the board? Well, it is for Kia Hyundai vehicles lately, but you have these massive 2x 12.3 digital gauge clusters. Now, they're both the same size, and it basically goes a half of the dash. It covers it in screens. They're actually very good, very responsive, and you can actually customize them pretty good. Another cool feature for this is when I activate my turn signal, I actually get my blind spot camera activated and the digital gauge cluster, so I still get to see my speed, but I still get to see my dead angle. It goes for both sides, left and right. Over to the side here, we also have our door controls. You can open both the side doors, the rear door, or you can turn off the power doors. And you actually have your lane keep assist, traction control buttons here as well. Now, over to the center, I do love this wood-like fabric, and I wish they would have had more of that follow through the rest of the theme of the vehicle, because this is more piano black going on over here. You got your climate controls. Sorry, it's a tri-zone, so basically you got driver, front passenger, and then everybody else in the back, but they also have their own controls, as we pointed out earlier. Now, cool thing about this vehicle, now maybe this is just me being a kind of beginner in the minivan or the multi-purpose vehicle, but I do love my passenger view. We have Luke back there, who's gonna pretend to be our child today. So you get passenger view and you get passenger talk. If you don't want to scream at that very third row back there, you activate this and it'll actually hear it in the back with speakers. You can actually hear my echo right now. So very cool function. Quiet mode does not turn off your children. It actually turns off so they can sleep. It turns off the speakers back there. If there is such a feature as quiet mode for the children, you guys comment below and please let me know. Speaking of commenting, please press the like button if you're enjoying this video so far, and subscribe to the channel because that will help us come out with more videos. Also, you have climate controls also on the screens, but I prefer the button kind of guy. Now we come out to the shifter. This is where I would like to see Kia improve a little bit into a triptonic shifter. Why? Because that would open up the space underneath and we could actually have storage. We have no storage underneath right there between the center console where underneath the shifter, and that is because this is a traditional shifter. You do have your park and brake here, drive mode select, auto hold. That's actually a cool feature where I can put it in drive, let go of the brake, and I won't be going forward. The auto hold is activated, and it'll do so every time you come to a stop. You come to a stop at a traffic light or in a parking lot, you let go of the brake, it'll wait for you to press the gas to go forward. Over here we have heated steering wheel, parking assist, and you can actually just activate your cameras. Fun fact, this vehicle, if you're in a parking lot, it seems to sense that you're in a parking lot about to pull in. It'll activate all the front cameras in your vehicle on the dash here. Now we'll get a view of the cameras here. Here we go. We got lots of different views that we can choose from. This is the side views, And you got the overhead view, and would be your trailer hitch. More trailer hitch view, but not quite. It doesn't zoom down as much as other traditional vehicles. And all your front cameras will activate if you're pulling in. I actually find this feature quite handy, and it turns on by itself, which I actually quite like. Now moving through here, we have a wireless charger here. One thing I don't have wireless in this vehicle is Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. It does have it, but you have to connect this vehicle. We have more cup holders here, which we cover in the back, and the center console has, you know, traditional center console room. Now we'll take this car for a drive and give you our final thoughts. So here we are on board the Kia Carnival, and just final drive. I just want to tell you how it handles. It handles like you know, a minivan would. The suspension is a little bit soft if you're used to more like crossovers and SUV types, but it's actually very, very comfortable. Also, as far as comfort is, these seats extremely comfortable. I was very, very impressed with these seats. We take these vehicles from Montreal. We drive them all the way to Quebec City, and I gotta say, like, I was not uncomfortable at all in these seats. Comfort is the name of the game when it comes to this vehicle. So, as far as my pros and cons go, very comfortable, very spacious, and it's got a lot of fun features that people will like. Even for the price wise, like, we're talking about this vehicle, which is the EX Plus, so not the top trim, just a trim below that. And this vehicle in Canada is $47,295. In the United States, like I said, it goes anywhere between $33,000 US to $46,300 US dollars. In Canada, entry level starts at $39,000 Canadian, and it goes all the way up to $52,000. That being said, all the features you get for the price, it's very, very much worth it. Now, I don't have many cons for this vehicle. You know, all-wheel drive would have been nice. It does not have all-wheel drive. This particular vehicle does not have wireless Android. Of all the features we have in these vehicles, I think that's something that they could have slid in. You have a wireless charger, might as well make Android Auto and Apple CarPlay wireless as well. So that's basically the only thing I have against this vehicle. The handling is great. The fuel economy is great. We've been hovering just, you know, between 8.5 liters per 100 kilometers to 9.5 liters per 100 kilometers. So the combined is 10.7 liters per 100 kilometers. So we're right in that ballpark. So is this the family vehicle you guys are looking for? Well, I would say yes. I would say this is a vehicle that actually looks a little bit more like an SUV. It's not as round, and it has everything you could possibly need, from spying on your kids in the back seat to talking to them in the third row via speakers to everything else. So I would definitely recommend this vehicle. I absolutely love it.